2016 chapter officers, may we please request your presence in front. Officers, Sir Virgil.
Which has contributed immensely to the development of this country. Since the founding of your organization, you have sought to provide the highest standards of professionalism and commitment to your craft. You have been instrumental in promoting cooperation among professional organizations in Qatar, wherever you have integrated modern technology for the development of your respective field of expertise. You have distinguished yourselves in your profession and shown your counterparts and employers of different nationalities the world-class abilities and skills of Filipino architects. I am glad to hear of your consistent efforts to educate your members in the fields of architecture, design, and construction. Your commitment to your professional development is a very important driving force in keeping pace with the rapidly changing technology. This determined attitude of the Filipino is crucial in maintaining your competitive edge over other nationalities, notwithstanding the accreditation and equivalency issues that we are faced with right now. On this note, I would like to take this opportunity to assure you, those of you who have experienced challenges in registering with the Urban Planning and Development Authority, that the Embassy is doing its best to bring a resolution to this issue. As a matter of fact, I'd like to share with you that the visit of a representative from the Qatar Ministry of Education and Higher Education has finally taken place. And he is currently in the Philippines right now to observe the education system in the Philippines and to discuss matters related to the equivalency of Philippine degrees in Qatar. This Qatari representative met with officials on CHED, during which the overview of Philippine educational system, Philippine qualifications net framework, and authentication and verification process of school documents were discussed thoroughly. The Qatar representative was also taken on a tour of UP and the LSU campuses, which he found impressive. He will also be taking a tour of some important places in Manila and nearby areas in order to create a favorable impression of the Philippines. We are confident that this visit will pave the way for the eventual resolution of your concerns, as well as the other professionals. We will convey relevant updates after the completion of this visit. I am confident that this will be resolved for the benefit of our Filipino professionals, including engineers, professionals, and other, of course, professionals. Let me take this opportunity to thank UAP for its keen support for the Embassy's activities and projects, and for the community in general. Your participation and support facilitated the success of many of these projects and activities. I hope to continue the UAP's presence in your community in the years to come. I have full faith in your abilities, and I know that all of you will continue to make our country proud. I hope that you will remain united as a group and committed to individual oaths and commitments as a chartered professional. Let me assure you of the Embassy's support and my own support for your organization. As long as I am your ambassador, I will always support you in all your endeavors, as well as those of our other Filipino professionals in the state of Qatar.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you.
Accomplishments. And like the ambassador, I would like also to share that with you. For the past weeks, marami pong nangyari. Only last week, dahil sa meeting ni ambassador with the labor minister, the new labor minister, before the Eid holidays, nung nag-meeting sila, the ambassador emphasized the need to address the concerns, the welfare concerns of our workers here in Qatar. before Eid. Tapos after Eid, pinatawag po kami ng Ministry of Labor, Special Assistant of the Labor Minister, si Mr. Muhammad Hassan Al-Rubaili. I think he's also with the legal department of the Ministry of Labor. Pinakilala niya kami sa head ng complaints department ng Ministry of Labor at yung mga ibang heads doon. And I was surprised, nag-usap po kami ng more than 1 hour and a half. And he wanted to know our concerns. We are happy because binigyan kami ng green light na ilapit yung mga concerns ng ating mga workers doon. And may nailapit na kami 27 cases ng mga workers natin. I will mention the companies. And ang ginawa nila, pinatawag yung mga employers at pinapunta sa labor office. Of course, I don't want to raise our hopes too much, no? However, ang sabi na sa amin, alam kasi nila that we coordinate directly with employers, we call employers, we write to employers, so may problema tayo. But ito, for the first time, they give us the green light. So every Monday and Wednesday, kami na mismo pupunta doon at sinasamahan ng mga tao. And after 2 weeks, ang usapan namin, we'll sit down again, uupo ulit kami, and we will assess not only problems of our company workers, pero pati yung problema ng ating mga distressed ladies, mga house workers na sa amin. They also ask for the list. So, sana magtutuloy-tuloy ito. And then maybe after a few weeks, I could also share something more positive. It's just been a week, no? 1 week lang nakaraan. So, we hope na maraming nangyari. Another thing, pinupush talaga namin ni Ambassador yung request for retainer of a lawyer, a law firm na tutulong sa atin for labor concerns naman. Mayroon naman tayong legal may lawyer naman for criminal police-related cases, pero yung sa labor cases, kulang tayo. So we're pushing for that. At siguro halfway na tayo na ipadala na yung lahat ng kailangan sa Manila. We'll just wait for their approval. Besides that, we need more translation services. So, imbis na a translator, ang i-hire natin, gusto namin yung isang translation office na kasi maraming document. And then a fund, a revolving fund that can address yung mga workers na nawala ng trabaho temporarily. Wala tayong bail shelter, so siguro temporarily while they're with their relatives or friends or sa church, matulungan natin sila. Another thing, alam niyo naman siguro yung sa OEC, no? There's a development sa OEC. There's a new memorandum circular that was issued that exempted na yung mga babalik sa kanilang same employer. Okay, so you just have to go online again. And it's easier this time, but of course only those who are registered online, kung naka-register na, at babalik sa same employer exempted. And those who have transferred to new employers, you have to register with Polo again. Or those who are here in Qatar on tourist visa or business visa and took up employment, you have to register. At siguro kami ni Architect Rick will sit down para easier kung sa members niyo or your friends and family. Mag-assign na lang siguro siya 1, 2, or 3 na mag-sit down na kami. Tapos pag na-perfect yung orientation, spread na lang yung leadership to the membership para it's easier. And another thing, I want to encourage you, so I was talking to Architect Rick and the officers kanina, kung pwedeng ma-engganyo din tayo sa financial literacy. Because that's what we need, no? Right now, sa embassy, through the leadership of the ambassador, ang gusto namin i-trumpet is family and income management to address the social cost of migration. So, there's a group no, na tumutulong sa atin. It's a 6-hour certificate program for OFWs that addresses social cost of migration, family issues, and financial management. This design it for you, tayong mga overseas workers. Sana let's put our efforts into this. Another thing, we have a good program. I think you have a great theme, no? Design a better world. Kung titignan niyo yung theme niyo for your program today, it says Design a Better World. But when I read that theme, it doesn't, for me, it relates to more of community service. When you say Design a Better World. So, we have a good program, yung baking. We have a baking course. No? Initially, yung mga halos yung nag-attend ng baking course na yun, yung medyo nasa middle or upper class. But wives of professionals or most of them. Ang ganda ng feedback kasi some of them na very passionate, gusto nila ng gawing business yung sa baking, no? But lately, napakiusapan namin yung nagtuturo ng baking is free. Materials lang ang kailangan. Pinag-usapan namin na kung pwede, i-prioritize nilang i-enroll dun sa baking. Yung mga low skilled workers naman, yung mga domestic workers, yung kasama nila na mas marami mag-take, no? Domestic workers, yung cleaners, waiters, food servers. So ginawa naman nila. Ang problema sila ngayon sa finances, no? But it's our program, like on the training venue. So I'll request Architect Mike sa BPO if you can help us give a boost to this program. I-assess you then how special is this program, how has it affected the lives of many. Kasi yung IT natin, malaki na marami na tumutulong dun. So many have benefited from the IT program. But itong baking program is a little new, but ang dami na nabibigyan ng new livelihood. So I'll sit with Architect Rick and Architect Mike. Sana we can have this sale further. So marami po tayong and lastly, I think for this special professional licensure board examinations, one of the highest yung number of takers from these architectures, I think 123. Apart from civil engineers, 137, electricians, more or less gano'n kadami. So lalabas na sa October, no? Sana maraming papasa. Hindi daw pwedeng 100% dahil delikado daw yun. But kasi for the whole, yung lahat kasi ng takers, 745 na all professions, teachers. Pag yan lahat pumasa, parang yung sinasabi nila yung kanina, yung posible, imposible sa posible. But anyway, we hope to get a big percentage. So 100% architects pwede na. But the whole, so let's pray that maraming papasa or kung pwedeng lahat, by God's grace, papasa, so that they will have a better life. And another, before I leave the podium, ito pa pala, if you know of any developments, no, yung alam nyo may naapektuhan na kumpanya, and nakuha nyo yung details, even anonymously, na hindi naman kayo ma-expose, share nyo naman sa amin. Like for example, the other day, may 50 daw na displays ulit in a certain company. So, at least we got the details right away, no? Kasi para matulungan naman natin sila ma-address. Not just on their labor case side, yung labor and employment side, na, for example, illegal termination pa, o kung hindi naman probationary, but what exactly happened para ma-address natin. And in your own sa organization ninyo, and in your own circles where kung may nakuha kayong information, share nyo yung details sa amin so that we can document it and talk to them. But not just the negative ones, baka meron din positive ones na you think it's worthwhile for the embassy. And on a note, I'll tell you that yung Philippine Overseas Labor Office, we are stronger now because of the leadership that we have. Yung ating ambassador, isishare ko sa inyo, and I want to tell you not because he's here, but I will tell what I tell organizations even if he's not around. We have a great ambassador, he guides us, he's very approachable, he's very handsome, he knows the work, And you can go to him and talk to him kahit whatever problem you have. And that's why every day that goes by, the little success that we have dahil po sa ating leadership. Maraming salamat.